The Forgotten Room. Eleanor had inherited her grandmother's house, a creaking Gothic structure perched on a hill overlooking the town. It was the kind of house you'd expect to find in ghost stories, with peeling wallpaper, drafty hallways, and the persistent scent of old wood and decay. But Eleanor didn't believe in ghosts, so she ignored the warnings from the locals who called it cursed and moved in anyway. The first few nights were quiet. The house creaked and groaned, but nothing unusual happened. Then, on the fourth night, Eleanor found the door. It was in the basement, hidden behind a stack of rotting crates. A heavy oak door, its surface covered in deep gouges like something, or someone, had tried desperately to claw their way out. Stranger still, it had no handle or keyhole. She couldn't explain why, but Eleanor felt an almost magnetic pull toward it. The moment she touched the wood, a chill ran up her spine, and then she heard it. Faint, rhythmic tapping from the other side. Determined to uncover the mystery, she searched the house for clues. Hidden among her grandmother's belongings, she found an old journal. The entries were fragmented and erratic, written in a trembling hand. The door must stay locked. Never listen to it. It's not her, not anymore. That night, Eleanor woke to the sound of whispers. They seemed to echo from the walls, the floor, and finally from the basement. Despite every instinct screaming at her to stay in bed, she found herself descending the stairs. The door was wide open. Beyond it was a small, dimly lit room with cracked stone walls. At the center stood a mirror, tall and ornate, its surface smeared and cloudy. As Eleanor approached, the whispers grew louder, clearer. They were calling her name. She peered into the mirror, and the reflection that stared back wasn't hers. It was her grandmother. But her eyes, they weren't human. They were black voids, endless and consuming. The reflection smiled. "I've been waiting." Before Eleanor could scream, hands, her own hands, reached out from the glass, pulling her in. The last thing she saw before the darkness consumed her was her own body, now grinning, stepping back from the mirror. The next morning, the neighbors noticed a change in Eleanor. She was cheerful, too cheerful, and her eyes were just a little too dark. The house remained quiet after that, but the locals swore they could sometimes hear faint tapping from the basement, like someone trying to claw their way out.